Hello dear students, Namaste. Welcome to you all to the compulsory English class of grade 10. How are you? Good, I am also fine. I hope that you all are ready with your necessary materials. Are you? Good. So, for your information, today we are going to discuss a new lesson. So, could you please remind yourself about the lesson that we have been talking about? Yes, that's wonderful. We have been discussing different exercises under Unit 12. And what is the title or theme of Unit 12? Oh yes, great. That is nature and development. So, in this lesson, what are we going to discuss? Could you please make a guess? That's wonderful. So, we are going to discuss writing first and second, writing 1 and writing 2. Both will be discussed in today's class. So, as you said earlier, you are already ready with your necessary materials. Do you have pen or pencil with you? Good. Don't forget to have an exercise book as well, so that you can take some notes as well while watching the program. Shall we move? Okay. So, let's discuss or let's enter to our today's discussion. Topic of our discussion, that is writing 1. So, this is the task. Let's say there may be different development works ongoing in your community. Study one of them and write a report on it. Take the reading 1 as a sample. So, could you please remind yourself about what we discussed in reading 1? Did you say fast track, about fast track? Yes, that is one of the national pride projects. Yes. So, we discussed fast track, its basics, means basic information, as well as benefits and some challenges as well. So, there can be different, let's say, project activities in your community, in your society, or that you know. Based on your information, based on your ideas, okay, you have to write a similar type of report that you studied under Unit 1 related to fast track. This is the question. Okay, dear students. So, I guess you have some ideas about how you might be writing a report. Before that, let me discuss what a report actually is. Are you ready to that? Let's say, are you ready to watch it, listen to it? Good. Let's see what a report is. Okay. So, report, as we have, let's say, discussed just before, it is an account that presents and or summarizes the facts about a particular event. What does a report include? Yes, facts about a particular event, topic, or issue. Reports are generally written by an expert on the subject. But do you think yourself an expert? No, absolutely. But this is a practice. Okay, so let's practice writing. Although we are not experts in our field or in that field of writing report, it is closely related to an essay. Look, okay, the structure of a report is linked or to some extent related to essay. However, reports are more factual and essays are full of personal opinions. So, you can compare a report with an essay. Essays are, let's say, a little bit different because reports are more factual, more accurate, more filled with data. But in essays, you can have some imaginative ideas, you can manipulate ideas, but in reports, no. Okay, so let's discuss the main contents of a report. What are they? Could you please guess? Okay, so let's check it. Details of an event or situation. Okay, the consequences of the ongoing effect of the ongoing or effect of an event or situation. okay, the consequences of the ongoing effect of an event or situation. So at first you have to have details, and secondly you have to state the consequences, or what are the consequences of the event or situation or the program. Third one, evaluation of statistical data. Okay, so data could be there, okay, in terms of, let's say, how many people will get benefited, okay, how much money will be invested, etc., etc. So you have to evaluate whether the cost and its results are appropriate or not, okay, is that justifiable or not, you have to evaluate. Okay, next is predictions or recommendations based on the information. So you have to have certain data based and certain analysis as well. Based on that, you have to prescribe, give some predictions or recommend this, let's say, this might be the possible consequences, okay. And finally, you can write a short, let's say, conclusion based on your evidences or data. So these are the, let's say, these are the contents of a report. Now let's discuss how you can organize your data, or what the structure of writing, okay. So those were the contents or major matters that you could be let's incorporating or including in your report. But how you should write it actually, let's discuss it. So the first content, or let's say part of writing a report is, yes, that's wonderful, that is introduction. It presents the detailed background information of any project, issue or event. So remember about the text of fast track. So what did it include? Yes, where it is located, how long it was, good, go on. So basics of a project, or basic, what type of project fast track was, for example, a project of national pride, etc. So these parts were included under the introduction part. Then body, very good. The body part reports all the details in different headings and subheadings. So again, I would like to remind you about the text, reading 1, fast track. What were the, let's say, different headings? There were 2 different headings. Yes, what were they? The first was advantages, and the second, good, that was challenges, and finally there was a conclusion, okay. So you should write your reports in 3 different sections. Either you name them or don't name them, okay. So at least you have to clearly manage your data into 3 different paragraphs. What is the first one? Introduction, good. Second one, body, and third one, conclusion. And which one of these 3 parts is the longest one? Yes, definitely the body part is the longest one, because it incorporates details, analysis, advantages, disadvantages, etc., etc. Did I make you clear? Good. Okay, dear students, so with the basic ideas in our mind, let's think of the answer to this question, okay. It says there may be different development works ongoing, means going on, continuing, in your community. Study one of them and write a report on it. Take the reading 1 as a sample. Okay, so my point here is, let's generate some ideas, let's brainstorm, okay. Before we write, we have to have some ideas, we have to have some, let's say, information, okay. So let's generate some ideas about a community project. I will give you some hints or clues or questions. Based on that, you can think, okay. So my first question is, what is the name of the project that is ongoing in your community? For example, Yes, as you said, very good. School building construction, good. Then road is being constructed, community, okay, linking main road to your community, good. Then okay, very good, that is again another good point, that is irrigation project. Yes, these are the name of the project. For example, irrigation project, school building construction, let's say community road, etc, etc. Okay, very good. My second point is how it going to be built. For example, to run any development activities, what do you need? Yes, you need money. Okay, economic aspect is always an important aspect. So how is it going to be conducted? So there could be, let's say, government support, yes, or other different, let's say, finance or different other organizations, donor organizations could be there. Then yes, community people could contribute. Okay, so community people can collect or raise money from themselves, or even support physically, or they can support their labor. Okay, so these are the ways: community support, government support, even there are now local bodies. Yes. Okay, please think about these ideas in your report. Next idea or question to you is, what are the benefits of the project? So just make a list of the items, okay, then later on you can elaborate them. What are the benefits? For example, if you are going to, let's say, if there is a project related to road construction, okay, so people don't have to spend a lot of time walking on foot. Okay, for example, they have to carry things on their backs, but now they have road and time will be saved. Yes, and their product, local product, could be easily let's say sold to the markets. There is easy access of market, etc, etc. So these are some of the benefits. Do you think a project always has positive aspect only? Definitely not. There are some negative consequences as well. For example, suppose there is a road being constructed. Okay, so what could be the, let's say, its negative consequences? For example, deforestation. Okay, for example, let's say destruction of land, alluvial land, where people might be conducting, let's say, farming. Okay, and any other, for example, resources could be challenged. For example, there could be water resources or any other. With, let's say, deforestation, okay, different herbs and natural habitat of different animals and birds could be lost. So any development project might have both positive as well as negative effects. That way you have to highlight both of them, and finally you have to give a suitable conclusion. Is that clear? Okay, so did you think of any, let's say, project that is going on in your community? Yes, very good. Please don't worry. For the time being, I'm going to give you a sample of the project. Although we have already discussed a sample in reading 1 or under reading 1, I'm again going to present similar reports. Okay, let's watch it. Okay, let's read the report that I have prepared for you. Please don't forget to write a similar report about any, let's say, project that is going on in your community. Okay, dear students, the name of the project is Sisnekola Drinking Water Project. Okay, this is a short introduction of the project. Let me read it out. A community drinking water project has been under construction in my community for the last 2 years. The project intends to distribute pure drinking water to nearly 450 people in 70 households in my community. The total cost of the project is 1 crore rupees. It is being constructed with the support of the local municipality, my municipality, different donor organizations and community people themselves, the project is thought to be completed in 3 years. The completion is about 3 years. This is what a short introduction is, and there is the photo evidence. You can write or put some evidence as well, like I have inserted a photo. Okay. So as we discussed, we could, let's say, include or divide our total report into different headings. You can see such thing there. 2 big reservoirs, means containers, tanks, you could say, will be constructed and water will be distributed from them. The main advantages of the project are: A, distribution of pure drinking water. So we have already discussed it, haven't we? Good. People in my community will be distributed with pure drinking water 24/7, means there will be continuous supply of water without any disturbance. People had to spend at least 2 hours every day in search of water, and the nearest river was the main source for them before. But now, after the completion of this project, they will have taps, okay, at their own yards, or easy access will be there. Next is irrigation. Besides drinking, the purpose of drinking, people can use the surplus, means the water that is not needed for them for their daily, let's say, household uses, water for other purposes like irrigation. People can grow crops in their kitchen gardens. More crops will be grown, okay, by people. Third one, other uses. People can also use water for washing clothes, feeding their cattle, and cleaning. Moreover, they can do fish farming and earn their living. Not only do have they drink pure water, but also they can become economically strong by, for example, growing some things in their kitchen gardens or fish farming, etc., etc. Okay. Next, although the project is thought to benefit my community a lot, there are some challenges. What is the first challenge? Problem of irrigation. Okay. When the water of the river is diverted as a source of drinking water, the land area below the water tank will face the problem of irrigating their lands. So the water supply of the river will be disturbed, okay, after the irrigation project, the drinking water project continues, because the same water will be diverted, okay. Then the areas below the tanks will be having problems related to irrigation, okay. This may result in low crop production. So the people of the lower belts are against the project. This is one of the challenges. Next challenge is compulsory labor. The community people have to contribute to the project compulsorily. People of the working class and those with only elderly people have to face a lot of problems managing the issue. Those people who have to go for, let's say, jobs, daily wages like stuff, like works, okay. They work for the whole day and then they get some money. So these people might have to voluntarily, let's say, contribute for the project, and this might this has created some sort of problem for them. Okay, dear student, these are the challenges, and finally there is a conclusion. Okay, although the project seems to be challenging, we are hopeful that it will be completed within the time frame. So what is the time frame? Yes, 3 years for completion. Upon its completion, the major problem of the community will be solved, okay, and people can utilize their precious time doing something fruitful. Mostly, look, before we have stated a problem. People had to go to river sides, okay, rivers to get water that, let's say, took them for 2 hours a day, okay, carrying on their backs. So now they can use, or they can utilize that time doing something fruitful. Mostly the women who have to spend a lot of their time and energy fetching water from the river, will get a huge relief. Okay, dear students, so we have completed writing 1, in which we discussed a report, how to write reports, and I have presented a sample as well as what it should constitute. Okay, so I guess you have clear ideas about a report. Yes, very good. Are you happy with whatever you have learned? Okay, good. Please make sure that you remember these things, because you might be practicing these things in your daily life as well. Okay, dear students, with this discussion we have completed the first part, that is writing 1. Let's move on to writing 2. Okay, so before I start or tell you the subject of writing, I'd like to show you one thing. Okay, a short text. Okay, you have to read it and make sure or guess what it is about. Okay, so now get ready. I'll present a sample of a writing. Based on that, you have to guess what we are going to discuss today. Okay, please read out. Some parts are highlighted there. Date 20th April 2021. This is to inform you all that as per the decision of Nepal government, we are turning ongoing physical classes to online classes due to drastic increase in cases of coronavirus. The class routine and time will be same as it was in the physical classes, and the classes will be conducted via Zoom. What type of text is it? Is it an essay, letter, or something else? Please repeat that once more. Yes, it is a notice. Okay, so the school that has, let's say, been conducting physical classes, okay, so that is planning to conduct online classes. Why? Yes, because of the effect of spread of coronavirus. Okay, so you have now, I guess, clear ideas about what we are going to discuss in today's class. What is it then? Absolutely, we are going to discuss, yes, notice. How to write a notice. Okay, students, let's read another notice. Now, please be clear which parts are there, okay, in which particular part, their locations. Okay, so at first you have to write here. Okay, in this notice you can see date at the beginning, and there is notice. Look, the font, is it similar to the font of this one? No, it is different. It is bold and larger fonts are used. Why? Because the publisher, okay, the institution might have, let's say, a clear idea that it should be different. It is something important. Okay, it is hereby notified to all the students and parents that the school will remain closed on Tuesday, that is 14th Bhadra 2079 BS, on the auspicious occasion of Haritalika Tej festival. The school will resume as usual on Wednesday, that is 15th Bhadra 2079 BS. Wishing you all happy Haritalika Tej, thanking you, and finally there is the signature or closing. So what are the, let's say, parts now? This notice, date at the beginning, notice, heading, body, good, and the last part, closing. Okay, so closing with a signature. Somebody who has issued the notice, that might be principal, that might be the head of the institution, okay, etc, etc. So have you ever written a notice? Not yet? Oh yes, somebody said yes. Why? Because you are the secretary of a child club, good, or eco club, or Red Cross, and you very often have to, let's say, conduct different programs. Yes, so in different programs you write different notices. So what other types of notices have you seen? Very good. Notice about vacation, notice issued by governments, very good, very often different ministries, let's say, issue different notices related to let's say holidays or some awareness programs, etc., like the one that we read before about coronavirus. Yes, very good, dear students. Okay, dear students, let's see another sample. Now I have more information to add, okay, in the notice. Before I didn't have this part, okay, Sri Janajagriti Secondary School. Yes, we didn't have this in our our notices that we have just seen in previous slides. Yes, so now this notice has been issued by Sri Janajagriti Secondary School, Bhanuten Tanahu, 14 June 2021. Notice: this is to notify all the students and parents that the school will remain closed from 15th June 2021 to 15th July 2021 for the summer vacation. How long vacation does this school have? Good, 1 month long. Look, 15th June to 15th July 2021. Regular classes will resume from 16th June 2021. And who has issued this notice? Absolutely, it is issued by the head teacher. So you can sign it there as well. Okay, official notices might have stamps, okay, or logo of their office, etc. So again, one information is added, that is information of the organization that has issued the notice, name and its address. Yes, and this part, date, it was there on the right side before, but now it is at the center. Yes, okay, dear students, now I have another notice for you. Okay, sample. You don't need to go through them in detail. This is just a sample. Okay, who is this notice issued by? Yes, Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal, and there is official, let's say, stamp of the issuer, reference number, you can see there, head office is there, this is the address, okay, of the issuer, date 10 May 2020. It is urgent notice. Okay, so sometimes you write notice. If it is urgent, you can add urgent notice. What is the, let's say, seriousness of your message? Okay, please go through this. I don't want to read them all for you. Okay, and finally there is a closing. Sachit Bhaktapur, Chief Air Transport Division, and there is signature as well. Now one more thing is added, that is signature. Before we have seen one let's say notice with signature of the issuer, okay, the person responsible, whoever. Okay, dear students, now let's go to our own task that is given in our textbook, okay, under writing 2. Okay, so here is one notice, let's read it. I have presented some samples before, okay, and this is what is given there in your textbook. Okay, so who has issued this notice? Yes, Samskriti Southern Secondary School. Where is the school? Sundar Bazar 4, Lamjung. And this is the, what type of date is it? Yes, this is the date when this notice is published or issued. And notice, this is heading. Okay, so let's read it. Read this notice together. Okay. This is to inform all the students that our school is organizing a tree plantation program to create awareness among the students and public about the importance of conserving trees as part of the World Environment Celebration on June 5. So what is the event? Yes, tree plantation program. On which specific, let's say, occasion? Yes, on the specific day or special day of June 5, that is World Environment Day. Okay, so the school is going to organize a tree plantation program to celebrate World Environment Day. All the students are requested to participate actively in the program. About 200 different seedlings, small, let's say, plants, small plants that are, let's say, to be planted. okay, will be planted within the school premises on the occasion, and this notice is issued by the head teacher. Okay, dear students, I guess you have clear understanding, clear ideas about what to write in a notice, how to write it as well. Let's see our task. It says, imagine you are the secretary of child club of your school. Write a notice on behalf of your child club about the program that you are going to organize soon. Okay, so who you are? You are the secretary of child club of your school, and you are going to organize a program, any program you like. Okay, so now let's discuss the components of notice. What should be there? At the top, you have to write what? Yes, name of the organization or authority that has issued the notice. Then title. Okay, so don't forget to mention the address, okay, before you write notice, followed by title. Good, that is notice in different font, for example. Okay, you can, let's say, just capitalize all the letters of notice and OTIC in capital. Third one, date. Okay, mention a date. Don't worry about correctness of the date, just write any date that comes in your mind. For example, June 15, 2023. Okay, subject. Generally we write subject so that it clearly indicates what the notice is about. Okay, but this is not a compulsory title. Body of the notice, it should clearly indicate all the details like purpose of the notice, why you are issuing it, okay, relevant data, date, time, or venue of the program, for example, okay, or other essential information. If possible, or if need be, you can add the contact details of the persons or concerned person as well. And there should be closing. That includes signature, name, and designation or post of the person issuing the notice. For example, Ravindra Sharma, Secretary, Child Club. Okay, complete. Your notice is complete right now. Okay, now I'm going to show let's say overall format or structure or layout of a notice. Okay, how it should look like. At the top, what should come? Yes, title or name of the organization together with address. Then very good, date should be written. Then title, notice. Then heading. That's, I said this is not a compulsory part, I said, okay, but if you write it, it gives clear, let's say, idea about what it is about. Then the body of the notice, and finally yes, closing with your signature. Okay, please don't forget, keep these things in your mind while writing any notice. Okay, very good, dear students. So let's see, let's say, complete sample with a situation. You are the secretary of the cultural community of your school. Your school is planning to organize an inter-house English debate competition. Write a notice to be put on the school notice board for the same. Okay, this is a question for you, and I have the answer as well. Okay, so please read it out at your leisure time, free time. Okay, I don't want to read them all. It is okay, written by, published by Adarsa Secondary School, Ilam. This is the heading and this is the date. I have also given the subject, okay, inter-house English debate competition. So please go through these details, and finally there is signature and the name of the issuer, secretary, cultural committee. The question itself says you are the secretary. Please don't forget to read the question completely, understand it, and make clear about who is issuing the notice. Now I'm going to present you with a sample related to the sample of the first sentences, how you have to begin your notice. For example, this is to notify all the students, teachers, staff, parents, etc. that we are going to conduct a cultural program, something like that. Students of grade 9 and 10 are hereby informed that this is particularly for 2 grades 9 and 10. Inform that the name of the program is going to be held on respective date. Notice is hereby given to all the students, teachers and other concerned that, so these are some of the, let's say, ways you can begin your notice. Okay, look, all the students of ABC school are informed that, okay, so please choose any one of these structures, okay, at the beginning of your body. Okay, now I'm going to present the answer to the question in B. Don't forget that I have a question for you finally. Okay, so this is the notice issued by Secretary of the Science Club, Gyan Jyoti Children's Club, Okhaldunga. This is the address of this school. Date January 10, 2024. Notice, okay, it is all capitalized, about an inter-house drawing competition. What is the name of the event? Okay, inter-house drawing competition. Notice body, this is to notify all the students of Gyan Jyoti Secondary School, Gyan Jyoti Children's Club. Okay, this is located at Gyan Jyoti Secondary School. Our club is organizing an inter-house drawing competition for grades 6 to 10 on 20 January. Okay, so this notice is issued on 10 January. The program is going to be held on 20 January, 10 days later. Okay, the theme of this year's competition is End Child Labor. All the house captains and vice captains are requested to submit the names of the interested participants of their respective houses no later than 15 January. So how much time do the, let's say, vice captains and captains have to collect the, let's say, names of the interested people or students? Yes, 5 days. Okay, please kindly contact the club members for further details. Okay, and who should issue this notice? Yes, very good, the Secretary of the Science Club. Okay, dear students, so we have dealt with the only problem that is in the textbook. You don't have anything to do, right? No, because I have a task for you. Look at it. So please write a similar type of notice that we have discussed, because I have presented many, let's say, types of notices. And here is a question for you. You are the ECA coordinator, extracurricular activities coordinator of your school. The annual sports day of your school is coming up in a week with the slogan Sports for Unity and Prosperity. Draft a notice for the school notice board asking all the interested students to submit their names and events that they want to participate to the school administration on time. Okay, so you are going to organize annual sports day with the slogan Sports for Unity and Prosperity. Okay, so you have to prepare a complete notice and don't forget to get feedback from your teachers. Will you do that? Okay, very good, dear students. Thank you very much for your active participation in this class. We'll meet again with a next, let's say, title in the next program. Up to then, goodbye and namaste.